Brett, who's your garbage person of the week?
My garbage person of the week is Jesse Waters on Fox News, who said this about the crash.
Joe Biden had a DEI quota. And this isn't about black people. A lot of people say, hear DEI, hear black. No, he is trying to set quotas for people who are deaf to get jobs, people who are dwarves to get jobs, people with transgender issues to get jobs. It's not about race. It's every sort of underprivileged person that has issues, and they want to be able to put these in positions at the FAA.
And we here at Fox News and the New Right are all about rewarding privileged people who have issues. Like me, Jesse Waters, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, that's it. What an insane, this is an insane take. He looked at a crash, and there was a time when normal people would look at like something like a plane crash and be like, let's figure out what the problem was and fix it. But first we need to figure out what the problem was. No. In the Fox world, you have like 5 things you blame everything on. 2 really, transgender, 3, transgenders, immigrants, and folks I think should not have jobs, but be like, put into the wilderness with like 1 bottle of water and just have them walk? Is that it? An incinerator? Is that what you want? That seems like the plan for you, Jesse. I think what people like Jesse Waters are doing, he's saying, I don't want to be, I know that I just did all this awesome tap dancing to get black people to vote for us and Latino people to vote for us. So I'm definitely not going to blame it on them. That's off the table. Luckily, I've got this other thing, DEI, which I'll now magically rebrand as deaf people and dwarves.
Yeah.
It's insane. I'm just so exhausted with it already, and it just started. Do you know what? How Democrats wake up? Democrats, you know how folks, how Trump would blame people for this if he wasn't president, and if he was a Democrat, and if he wasn't always gooning for whites. Like, this is how he would do it. Let's see. The Mehdi Hassan tweeted, Trump put a freeze on hiring air traffic controllers, and on Monk's instruction, fired the FAA chief early without replacing him. The Dems should be saying this today. They should all be out on media saying this. Like, if Donald Trump was not the president, he would be out there being like, this is my Trump wig. Thank God we got low resolution. I don't know if this is gonna work.
A little Boris Johnson over there, but
a lot of people are saying there's no air traffic to be controlled. There's no more airs. He's not controlling the air traffic, whoever the president is. They gotta control the air. Also, Pete Hegseth. A lot of people are saying he's a drunk. The Pentagon, it was a Black Hawk helicopter. But I read someone told me about a Wall Street Journal article. He's passing out. The head of the Pentagon, probably drunk. We need non-drunk people. I hired non-drunk people to run the Pentagon instead of having drunk pilots go crash into planes. By the way, the FAA, part of the Department of Transportation, guys, first day on the job, I'd be ready day 1. I wouldn't be screwing it up day 1. By the way, Sean Duffy, he's from MTV. He's from the real world. Why are we not hiring from Road Rules for transportation? Is there a TV show called Air Rules? I think air should be ruled by people who know the air rules. Why are we not doing stuff like this? It's their fault. They're at the driver's seat. Bad things are happening. You guys are like, I don't know, DEI. Let's see if that works before we come up with something else.
100%.
Thank you.
So Mike T says that's an Ed Sheeran wig. And Jonathan says it's like a young ginger Bernie.
I combed it. I don't know. It's not frizzy.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. Every one of those criticisms is totally true. It's exactly what they'd be saying about Biden. And he did this. There are consequences to this being your approach to these sorts of things. And at first, I didn't want to talk about the Jesse Waters thing at first because the 5 is not a place where people make serious points. Like, even to the extent that they do later on in the night on Fox, it's them. They're just trying to say a thing that will go viral on Twitter or whatever. And Jesse Waters is like a manifestation of that. That's all he is as a person. Is he wakes up and he tries to figure out what's the dumbest thing I could say so that I'll get owned, but in being owned, I'll be being talked about. What's the most awful thing I can say to make good, reasonable people angry? That's his whole life, and that's deeply, deeply sad. It's an actual tragedy. You could make like a classic movie about someone whose life becomes what Jesse Waters has chosen for it to be. But I am glad that he said what he said for two reasons, one more serious and one more joking. The serious one is, he says, like everybody on Fox has just been going, it's DEI, it's DEI. But Jesse Waters says, it's DEI. Wait, I'm not saying it's black people. We're not saying it's black people. Why is he so defensive? He's defensive because he realizes that people are realizing that's what they mean. I mean, we went on those rants on the show. I don't know if he saw that necessarily, but he gets that, oh, people are probably rating that this is us just saying every disaster is caused by the mere existence of black and brown people. And I think he realizes that that could hurt them. And so he's trying to push back. I don't think he's clever enough to do it, but he understands it's happening. And when I say he's not clever enough to do it, it's that his defense is, no, I'm not blaming black people, I'm blaming deaf people. And I'm blaming dwarves, and I'm blaming people with transgender issues, which isn't a thing. So like, wait, no, we're not allowed to blame it on those people. We'll get in trouble. Is there any group that isn't large enough and doesn't have people defending them? Can I blame someone? Who can I get you to hate?
Do you guys?
I'm glad that he said it for that reason.
Do they think the government was competent before DEI? No, they thought the government was always incompetent.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, 100%. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.